Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we want to watch a video and it's called Why Men Have to Pay the Bills. So let's check this one out, guys.
This is the reason men have to pay the bills. Like, being a provider is the least they can do. Because the amount of things that women go through that men do not go through is quite literally unfair. That's the only way to balance it. Number one, the period cycle. This is a monthly evolution of ever-changing hormones that we cannot control. Sometimes we have too little, sometimes we have too much. Progesterone, estrogen, we just can't control that. Cortisol, up and down. It is radical, all while we're expected to manage those emotions and be productive members of society. And then the period that so graciously shows up every month. And don't get me wrong, for those of us that don't want kids, we are so ever so thankful that it shows up. But that does not negate the fact that sometimes it's brutal. Chunks of blood, staining of the chonies, staining of the pajamas, bloating and fatigue, extreme discomfort, and some women even have crippling, debilitating cramps.
Alright, first of all, can I ask a question? What does that have to do with men? They act as if we have control over that. We don't make those decisions. That's the man upstairs. Okay, he felt that for whatever reason, that is upon you guys. Okay, that's what you have to deal with. We have to deal with our own things just like you have to deal with yours. So she's already coming off strange, if I'm being honest, guys. I don't know what her point is, what she's trying to make. I guess she's trying to say that because she's going through the things she's going through, that gives her or women the right to demand what she's asking for, which is, I guess, for men to pay all the bills. But let's continue.
Genes or whatever inside of you for like a prolonged period of time. Now y'all forever connected, forever changing who you are. Then you carry this whole ass human inside of you. And sometimes it's not very nice to you. Makes you sick, lose sleep, has you eating crazy things, and looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Something that your body never really recovers from. Then it comes out and we're left with the aftermath of what's left. So then we breastfeed the kid, give it life, and literally end up with raisin titties and raisin skin, and there's nothing we can do about it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But in that time period, what do the men go through? What in life changes for them? And then let's say things don't work out with the father, right? Why is it that the mom is automatically expected and seen as the one person who takes on the entire responsibility of the child?
Why would you say something stupid like that?
Well, that's because the court system made it that way. Just like the court system makes it to where the women usually win these court cases. When we talk about child custody battles, that's what that is. Okay? When you guys take men to court and sue their pants off and take all their money, okay, that's in your favor as well. So let's not go down that road, shall we? All right. And most women, okay, the majority of them, they're not going to allow the man to have custody of the child anyway. Okay. So let me ask you this. If your significant other, your baby daddy, whoever, your ex-husband tells you that he wants custody of the kids, are you telling me that you're going to allow that to happen without a fight? Most women won't. Okay. So let's just stop with the lies. Unless you are a deadbeat mother, or you have issues, or you're kind of thrown off in the head, maybe then. But these are isolated incidents, guys. For the most part, most women are not letting the man take custody of those kids. Let's continue.
Like the default parent. But the dad could disappear, do whatever, see the kid every other weekend, and then everything is left to the mom. And even if that's not the case, even if they're still together and the mom goes back to work, because if you're like in a state like California, more than likely both people have to work to make a decent income to be able to live, she's still the default parent. She's still the doctor appointment parent, the school parent, the drop-off parent, the childcare parent, the one that wakes up in the middle of the night with the child. Like, what do?
Ow! Sassy mouth.
Why do women act like this is a new wave? Why do they act like this is something that they wake up to and this is just how it is? It's been this way for decades, guys. That's the way it is. The way it is. And they act like they don't understand that. They act like they didn't grow up seeing that. Their parents didn't grow up seeing that. That's how it has always been, at least from my recollection, guys. Okay, the woman is the nurturer by nature. Okay, that's where that estrogen that you talk about comes from. That's where those things come from. God gave that to you for that purpose. Okay, that's what this is about, and it's all it all makes sense if you open your eyes and look at it. Okay, let's not even go down that road, because I could talk about that forever in a day. But anyway, let's continue.
Snore. And women are damned if they do, damned if they don't. If she's a stay-at-home mom, people are quick to look at her and be like, oh, that's all you do. Do you know how hard it is to sit at home and your only interaction be with a child all day? It drives you literally insane. Yes, it's a blessing, but is it more exhausting than having a job? 1000%. You could not pay me to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. Women who are basically forced into that role because obviously she's the mom, so she becomes that default parent, and sometimes it wasn't something that she actually wanted, but she may be forced into that because of finances. Childcare may be too expensive, they're spending too much on diapers, formula, and etc. So now she's given up everything that she once dreamt of being, her vision for her life, to be able to raise this child so that their home can be okay, because it's just too expensive to do anything otherwise.
Perfect KO.
Well, that sounds like a you problem. That sounds like a decision problem that you took upon yourself. And as a result of that, these are your options. Once again, you hear women on here on these platforms talking all this stuff, and they refuse to take accountability for the places that they are placed in. It's everybody else's fault. The man doesn't do enough. It's all on the woman, this and that. But you decided to open your legs for that man. You decided to keep this man's child. And now you want to turn around and bitch about it. This is something I never get. This is something I could never understand. And I probably never will. Okay? Because I'm a logical person. And most women, they're unlogical. Okay? They're unlogical. They don't understand. They only see things their way, one way. That's it. You can't tell them anything else. They're not going to see it. They're not going to hear it. It's about me, me, me. That's it, guys. Let's finish this up.
So basically the woman sacrifices her dreams. And she wasn't just made, like, not all women are just made to just be moms. Some people are made for more. They have more purpose than just that. You know what I mean? And then on the flip side, there's women who are super independent, who are super girl bosses, who do the damn thing every single day, but then they get judged and side-eyed, because then it's like, oh, your career, and what about your family? Or you're not being in your feminine role. And it's like, no matter what, women don't win. And this rant is gonna make a whole lot more sense to you guys right now, because I literally just got my period today. So yes, I'm on a rant, because it's just not fair.
Well, boo fucking who?
That's going to be the end of the video, guys. Yeah, life isn't fair. Let's just put that out there for anyone, okay? And so what makes you special that you don't have to deal with it as well, all right? This is just basically a woman on here ranting and raving about things that she probably has to do, and she's having a moment, and she's on her cycle, okay, on her period, and she's venting right now. She's coping, and she may be a little bitter. That's what it looks like to me. All right. And hey, do you, but don't expect to put videos out like this and not have somebody pick it up and break it down, because that's what I'm doing. But it just goes with the territory, guys. All right. And that's a problem. It's a major problem in this society of today, because the women of today, well, I'm not going to say all of them, because there are some good women out there still, believe it or not. And I am currently married, and I have a wonderful wife, okay, who loves me a lot, okay? So I'm grateful for that. But what I'm saying is, to a lot of people out here in the new age, all these young kids, all these people who are out here trying to date, man, it is a cesspool. It is a cesspool, and you're going to get a lot of this, especially with the birth of social media now and how these women are using it. A lot of these women are using it. I'm not going to say all, but it's crazy. And I just feel bad for people out there now who are trying to find somebody, because good luck, man. I mean, swimming through all of this shit to get to that sugar is going to be one hell of an adventure. And I'll leave you guys with that. I want to thank everybody for watching the content. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider doing so. This is a brand new channel and I am growing this community. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video.